Hello, it's lunchtime on Friday and I've just got in after a full morning doing a funeral and then doing a funeral visit for next week, and it just struck me, because I'm not sure who's supposed to be doing a video reflection today, that maybe I will do one anyway. You'll hear from me again after the weekend when it is my turn. But it struck me that we're at a strange, and for many of us, a unique and never before experienced time. Of course, we get used to having a new Prime Minister, even though she's only been in office for 3 or 4 days. But we've never had to get used, well, I certainly haven't in my nearly 63 years of living, to having to get used to a new sovereign. And I just felt that it was important for us to reflect. We have done lots of celebrating of the Queen's faith and faithfulness, her service and her dedication over the years, and the various jubilees that we've celebrated have been opportunities for us to give thanks in that way. Now we come to a time where we settle all of that in our mind, and we do look back. Yes, of course we do, and the news for the next fortnight will be full of looking back. But we're also in the business as a Christian church of looking forwards, and I want to share with you the psalm that was set for yesterday, which is timely really. It's Psalm 45, and I read the first few verses. My heart is stirred by a noble theme as I recite my verses for the King. My tongue is the pen of a skillful writer. You are the most excellent of men, and your lips have been anointed with grace, since God has blessed you forever. Gird your sword upon your side, O mighty one. Clothe yourself with splendour and majesty. In your majesty ride forth victoriously on behalf of truth, humility, and righteousness. Let your right hand display awesome deeds. Let your sharp arrows pierce the hearts of the king's enemies. Let the nations fall beneath your feet. Your throne, O God, will last forever and ever. The sceptre of justice will be the sceptre of your kingdom. I just found that amazing that was the psalm for yesterday. It speaks about an earthly king, and of course our prayers go to Charles as he takes up office and does lots of things when his mind and heart must be somewhere else completely. Pray for the royal family as they go through a completely weird experience of grieving someone who's been part of their life all their lives. Pray for our country as we transition from one era to a new one. But we remember that the kingdom of which Charles is the king is meant, as the kingdoms of those ancient times, to be symbolic of a bigger, better, greater, grander, more eternal, indeed eternal kingdom, where God is king. And I pray that we as churches this weekend may be able to reflect on all that has been, to pray together for all that will be now, to get us through these strange and difficult days, and for us to gird up our loins to serve the King of this country, but the King of heaven, who is the King of the whole earth, and who will reign with righteousness. So do join us if you can at Southmoor on Sunday evening. The service that had already been put together will be tweaked a little, but it will stand as an appropriate way of thinking and reflecting in these days. So come along and join us at Southmoor, 6 o'clock, and God bless.